Hi there, friends. It's Sarah from Plan Sarah Plan, and today I'm going to review the Laurel Denise Teacher Planner. When you order a planner from Laurel Denise, it comes in this box, which is kind of slender in profile. And when you open it up, I've already taken the tissue off, but this is the Teacher Planner for 2022 and 2023. So just FYI, I also have just filmed a review of the undated vertical all-in-one planner, which is this same structure and orientation, but it is not teacher specific. So if you are interested in that planner, just check my channel. I have a video that I just now filmed about that. But this is the teacher version, and up close, this is what it says: Teacher Planner, weekly and monthly views, 22 and 23, approved by Laurel Denise. And last year when I reviewed the just the regular all-in-one planner, it had this same dark hunter green, or I'm not really sure what green she calls it, but to me it reminds me of a hunter green. And I love this old school kind of office supply look to it. I love it, or kind of library look. I love it. And it has this O-ring coiling here that is a dark copper color. And then when you open it up, look at the pocket. So this is super cool. Both the teacher planner and the non-teacher planner have this semicircle or rounded pocket with a coated kind of cardstock thickness paper here. And look at the design on this one. This is so lovely. So lovely. And then there is a snap-in ruler. I'm going to zoom out so you can see the full wingspan. Let's call it a wingspan of this planner. And this snap-in ruler has gold foiling on it that says, "You are loved" at the top. And then there is an 8-inch ruler and a little metallic heart down at the bottom. You can use this as a bookmark and also pop it out to use as a straight edge or to measure up to 8 inches. Then it says, "This book belongs to, and if found, contact." And then let's see what goodies are in here after that. All right, so emergency info, fire procedures, natural disaster procedures, lockdown procedures, helpful hands, medical info, and transportation. And then this heading is substitute info. So you've got everything that your substitute teacher might need when they come in and take over your class. Then here is a professional development page, so you can keep track of any workshop or extra coursework that you have done for professional development. And then this is a login page. So this is where you keep track of whatever programs you use, the resource, the username, and the password. And then on this page, check it out. This is a full year, and this is a full year. So this is January through December 2022, and this is January through December 2023. Every month has just a month view and then things to remember with a couple of lines underneath. So this is a great page to plot out when each term ends, when the exam weeks are, special events in the school, all that good stuff. And then there are some holidays for both 2022 and 2023, beginning with January, 2 columns of holidays. And then you add your own special dates and events in the last column. And look, here's a little note. Jewish holidays begin at sundown on the days listed. Islamic holidays may vary slightly because they are determined by the lunar calendar. Dates apply to North America. So helpful information there. And then you've got a plan ahead school year overview. It starts with July, so not January. That's smart. So July 2022 through June 2023. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines. And then school year overview in the margin. All right. Now this book will fold back on itself. And it is a horizontal orientation. So each page is in the ballpark of 11 inches wide. And it is in the ballpark of 8. So it's sort of like a letter size page, but it's in landscape orientation. And then if you have it open all the way, then double that 11. So like 22 plus whatever little margin is there for the cover. All right, then your tabbed pages for the month are a heavier cardstock. And the non-tabbed pages are a really nice slick paper that I did a pen test in the other planner on. It's the same paper. And I'll show you the results of that pen test. That planner was undated. This one is dated. So July 2022 starts this out. And here's where this planner always blows my mind. You've got these pages here that are more narrow. And that's so that you can see, I'm going to zoom in, you can see the month and your current week without turning any pages. Is that smart or what? And then I recommend whenever you are going to fold this back on itself to go ahead and pop a paper clip on it, because these more narrow pages, you don't want them flopping around. So I would pop a paper clip on that, maybe 2 paper clips after you start turning these pages. So here is the way it's set out, like a teacher planner. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but it's vertical. So most teacher planners have your days of the week on the left, and every row is a day. And so it's horizontal in its orientation. This is vertical. So Monday you have room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subjects. And if you need to subdivide that, I suppose you could just draw in a line, but you have room for 5 subjects. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, no weekend. And each column is, let me do one that's not right on the coil, about 1.5 inches wide, unless I'm measuring wrong. It's not quite 1.5 inches wide. It's between 1.25 inches and 1.5 inches wide. And the height on the column is 1.5 inches. Make sure I'm right there. Pretty sure I'm right, yeah, unless I'm just not reading my ruler right. So after you finish this week, you just turn that little narrow page. So you always have the month in view. That is what's so cool about it. The 7 here is because July is the 7th month of the year. That's super cool. There's a mini month for August up here. And you have some holidays written in. The weekend is a shared space. So Saturday, Sunday is a shared space, which seems, you know, kind of okay for a teacher. And you've got the dates for the given week up here in the margin. And it's just super cool. It says priorities up here in this margin, and then this week. So here is like a sidebar of space to write down what's going on that week. There's a close-up view of just the central area where you have the narrower pages. Then after you get through the last week, you have dot grid on the back of the narrow page, dot grid here to this line, and then it's just blank, and it says to do this month. Then we turn the tab. Here's the August tab. It says AUG right here. So these are dated tabs. And again, this is more of a cardstock, whereas this is a smooth, nice thick paper. It's a nice thick paper. And this is even thicker. So August will have a little September month mini calendar so you can look ahead. And then the same setup. And then we turn the page. I'm going to zoom out again so you can see the whole thing. October, see how you've got the number of the month. November, and then there's several pages here for every week. December, pages for every week. And January, February, we're in 2023 now. March, this is such a cool book. April, May, June, ooh, some good stuff here. Okay, so June. Okay, so here is the 6th month. And then we've got our dot grid area, which is always at the end of the last week of each month. Now we've got more like kind of utility pages. Student info. So you have room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 students, parent or guardian, plural if you want, phone number, email, username, password. So this is great. This is great. And then you have more room for more. So here's 30 more. And so if you have like a different class list for each class, you can have one of these spreads for each class. So here's the third one like that. Here's the fourth one, the fifth one, and the sixth one. So you've got 6 pages like that and 30 slots, 30 rows on each one for 30 students. Okay, then you've got some record keeping pages. So student checklist, here's what the font looks like at the top. And you got the same 30 lines, and you can keep your grades here. You can do attendance. You know how to use these record books. You can keep it going all the way across if you want to, although there is room for another student checklist right there. So you may just have a different class here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then that's it. So you get 12 of these, if we're just counting sides of these checklist pages. And then you might want to know how many columns you have up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and you might want to count this as the 14th, where there is room for a 14th right beside the coil. All right, then we're in dot grid pages. So up at the top is a solid line and then a dotted line, and then dot grid on the whole page. So for this, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 sides, except the 13th one has a bit of the page taken away for just information about the planner. There's another one of these semicircle pockets here, rounded pockets. So pretty. It's so pretty. I love the design behind this hunter green pocket. I love that. I love that. Okay, so I'm not going to do a pen test in this one because I just performed a pen test on the personal planner, which has the exact same paper. So here is the undated planner. That is the personal version of the planner. I have a whole separate video review on that. And here is the pen test. So let me explain a couple of things. I initially just pulled out a selection of all kinds of different pens and wrote here and here to do a bleed through test, and the results of that were magnificent. Nothing bled through, nothing even shadowed. So this paper is terrific for all of those pens. But then I did a smear test. So ignore this at first. That happened later, this part. So I did a smear test, and the only pen or marker that smeared was an Erin Condren metallic gel pen. So even after drying, that still smeared a little. So I did not recommend using that. And then just for the fun of it, for those of us who are interested in this sort of minutia, I did a test on wet ink for the Pilot G2 1.0 and the Pilot G2 0.07. And I did not wait at all to do a smudge test here. I did this while the ink was still wet, and you can see the results. The inkier pen smeared the most, and then the more narrow tip did not smear as much. With the Papermate Ink Joy Gel, I did the same test. It barely smeared at all, even when the ink was still wet. That ink apparently dries faster. Then I did a test where it was similar to this, but I waited 5 seconds. So the Pilot G2 1.0 and the 0.07 and the Ink Joy Gel 0.7. This was waiting 5 seconds. It was, of course, less smearing, but still some smearing. So none of those pens smeared at all if I just let them dry longer than 5 seconds. The Ink Joy Gel 5 seconds was just about enough to do it with 0 smearing. And then there was a ballpoint pen that did smear also when I did not let it dry. So the Erin Condren ballpoint pen that I happened to use, it did smudge when I let it dry, none, but I rubbed really hard. I think just with your regular usage, that's not going to happen. But I really put it to a tough test and pressed really hard so it smudged a bit. Then I waited 5 seconds and it smudged a little bit less. Okay, so the only pen really, I still recommend these. I think the Pilot G2 is fine, and the Inkermate Papermate Ink Joy Gel pen is even better for this particular smooth paper. The only one I don't recommend is a metallic gel unless you're going to let it dry for a really long time. So this one got to dry for maybe 5 minutes, and it's still smeared, and it's still smearing right now. So just don't use an Erin Condren metallic gel. The rest of these pens work great. All of these work great, and there is absolutely no bleed through and no shadow on the back. None. So the pen test is great success. All right, so I'm going to have a link for you down below, but I want to give you a tip. This planner launches on May 1st, 2022. But if you get on Laurel Denise's mailing list on her website, you will get a discount sent to your email on April 26th of 2022. So be sure to do that. In fact, as I said on the video review of this planner, I went ahead and signed up for the email list, and I was already sent a discount. Okay, sorry, I had to swap out phones because one died on me. So what I was saying was that I already received a discount in my email for 10% off. And I think that was just for being a new email list subscriber. I don't think that is the same discount code that you get on April 26th for the launch of these new planners. I have no idea how much that discount is, but I know that if you just sign up for the email list, you get a discount right off the bat. So the website for Laurel Denise is laureldenise.com, and it's LAURELDENISE.com, and you will see up in the top where you can sign up for the email list. And she makes jewelry, she makes thank you notes, so some stationery, and also some sticky notes. Let me show you the sticky notes. Here we go. So beautiful stationery, and this is a pack of 6 thank you notes that are really cute. And then I like this sticky note set. These are mini sticky notes that are approximately 1.5 inches tall and maybe 1 3/4 wide, or close to 2 inches wide. Maybe not quite 2 inches wide. But anyway, it's sort of an ombre effect, and then they're on a nice gray hard backing, and this would look pretty on your desk. There's gold accenting right there with the Laurel Denise logo, and gold foiling up here. So this is just a nice accessory to go with your teacher planner if you want that. And then also she makes these really cool bracelets, so check out the bracelets. She's just super artsy, and she's down the road from me. So I'm in Southwest Virginia. She is too. She's in Charlottesville, and I would love to go meet her in person sometime since she's so close. But anyway, I think this is a great and interesting and unique teacher planner, don't you think? Unlike any other planner for teachers that I have ever seen. And if you have any questions, be sure to ask me, and I will get you an answer as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.